guys, it's MeShell, and on this video of Raft, I'm going to be showing you how to catch and tame your own animals. Alright, so the first thing that you need to do when you want to go and tame your own animals is you need to find the large island, and I can actually see it in the distance. Now, you can get to the large island by using the receiver. If you're starting off brand new, then you're going to have to use the receiver to help you get to the island at first. But because I've already been to this island, I can actually go and visit it anytime that I want. But if you're playing this for the first time, you won't actually be able to see the island. So we're going to go ahead and get into distance, and we're going to land the ship, and then I will show you how to catch your own animal. Now, as you guys swim around in the ocean, you need to make sure that you kill the shark immediately. I've gone ahead and killed the shark. Now when you swim around the island, you're going to notice these little things here, and it might take you a second to actually see it at first, but these pufferfish are very dangerous and they can explode. So what I like to do is I use the method where I pull out my spear and I stab and back up. And you need to hit it 3 times. Three or 4 times. And then back up a minute and it's going to turn upside down. Then you get to go up to it and hold E to pick up. And sometimes if you're lucky, you get 2 explosive goo. And the explosive goo is what you need to turn into explosive powder. Let's see if there's any more around. Don't see any. Again, you just need to swim around the island and get as many of these as possible. I'm going to go ahead and show you what one looks like. So it's in my inventory, as you guys can see, as well as the pufferfish head. And you always want to keep all of your resources, even the pufferfish. So I'm going to go over to one of my forges, and what you need to do in order to turn it into explosive powder is you need to put the explosive goo, while it's activated on your hotbar, into a smithy, into a forge. And if you give it a minute, this will smelt down and it will turn into explosive powder, and that is part of the ammo that you need for the net launcher. Alright, so if you go up to it now, it says pick up explosive powder because it's finished cooking, and in my inventory now I have explosive powder. So to make the ammo for the net launcher, the canisters, let's go into our inventory and let's go to net launcher canister. Alright, so 1 explosive powder, 4 stones, and 4 rope, which I have all those ingredients. So let's go ahead and grab the rope. I've also saved up and I farmed a bit of the explosive powder. I've been to these islands several times just to get some explosive powder. So for this I'm going to make 5. Then I'm going to go over here, grab a few more, and grab some rocks as well. And we're going to go ahead and craft those up. And if you look in my inventory, I have 5 net canisters that are ready to go. So we're going to wait until daytime and then we're going to catch an animal. Right, so now it's time to actually catch our first animal. The first thing that we need to do though before we venture out is we need to equip the net launcher onto our hotbar. You don't actually have to equip the net canisters because it will just pull it from our inventory. So let's go ahead and switch to our net launcher. And I'm going to be going after that llama right there. Before we go though, I just want to mention that there are many things on this island. There are 2 creatures in particular that will try to kill you. There is the boar, and there is also the flying bird, and I call it the condor, or the albatross. So what we need to do is we need to go to the llama. There are no pigs out around us right now. I actually went ahead and killed it, and there's the llama right there. Now before I actually go up to this llama, it will try to run away, and the net launcher does have a drop on it. And if you guys look, the llama's actually stuck, which is kind of cheaty. If you let your animal get stuck as well, that's a good thing. But I will say this the ammo for this is very, very expensive, especially if you're starting off and you don't have a lot of pufferfish that you've killed. So you need to time your shots just right. So I'm going to creep up on it. It's now unstuck. And it's going to run around like this, and it's going to do its little thing. But eventually, it will get to a point where it'll walk back towards you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow it. And here it comes. It's getting closer. I'm going to go for a shot. He's going to go up the ramp. That's perfect. And fire. Just like that. And you see that he is captured by the actual net right now. So we can actually go ahead and bring him back to the boat. Poor little guy. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead, pick him up. So you press E to carry, and you do not want to stop carrying him. We can change the animal name as well, which I will be doing that in a second. And once you change the name, once you actually name your animal, you cannot rename him. And let me go ahead and show you where I've been keeping my animals. Up here. Now, let's go ahead and rename it first. I'll name it after me. And there's our llama. This is the first creature we've caught. Now, there are many reasons why you want to tame all of the animals in this game that you can. So as of right now, there is a goat, there is a llama, and there is a little bird that you can tame too. And I already have the bird here. I did have a goat and I did have a llama before, but they both died. And this is what I want to mention to you. For those of you who are watching this and you're wondering about the grass and how the animals actually eat, well, they need grass to eat, and they need an enclosed space. So you can see that my raft has little barriers all around, and this is to stop the creatures from actually walking off. So here's the thing, the animals have to eat something, and you need to keep them fed. So you have to plant grass, but here's the problem. When you go into your inventory and look, grass plot, add water, get grass, feed animals. This is how you feed your animals. The animals eat a lot, and they're very easily prone to dying if you're not careful with watering your grass plots or having enough, because they eat a lot. Now you need 2 dirt, planks of wood, and plastic. The hardest thing for you guys to come across is going to be the dirt. Now, obviously I've been playing this for a while. I've been to many of these animal islands, and I've got a lot of dirt that I could craft into grass plots. I'm going to show you where to get the actual dirt from so that you can have your creatures fed as well. Now, in order for you to get dirt so that you could feed your animals, you need to still be on the animal island. So I've not left yet. Now when you look in your inventory and go over to shovel, you will need to craft a shovel, which is 1 metal ingot, 1 bolt, and 6 planks of wood. So I've already got my shovel crafted, and this is what you guys need to look for in order to find dirt. Dirt is a resource that is very rare as well, and there's only 2 places you can get it as of right now, from the animal islands as well as from what I call the help island. But that island, in my opinion, is very difficult to come by. What you need to look for is a small little cave system like this. And it's going to have vines growing down. And there's actually 2 entrances to get into the cave that's on the animal island. There is an entry on land and there's an entry in the water. And if you look, you can actually see there are 2 dirt plots right here. And if we continue through the cave, we don't see any more. But here is the water entrance. And it goes outside. That's clay right there, by the way. That's not dirt. So when you come back in here, you're going to notice that there were 2 dirt piles, but there's actually more. So again, I'm going to show you guys, you need quite a bit of dirt just to make the grass plot. You actually need 2. So what I would do is make sure you have enough grass plots first for your animals before you actually tame them. So I'm going to go ahead and dig these up. You hold left mouse button with the shovel. And there we go. On the right hand side I have dirt. Now, when you're in the cave on the Animal Island, you can find dirt in the cave, and you can also find mushrooms. And this is where you also get your mushrooms that you use with cooking. More dirt. I'm looking around carefully, making sure I'm not missing anything. There should be a few more. Hopefully. Yep, here's one. I think that's it. So we got, what is it, 5 from that. Now that's just enough to make us 2 plots. Let's go back to the boat, and I will show you exactly how making the grass plot works. And again, what I would recommend for you guys is make sure that you have enough grass plots first before you tame your animals. You don't want your animals to die because, again, all of your animals that you tame are used for something. So we need to grab some wood for the grass plots. We also need plastic. And we're going to go ahead and craft as many as we can, which is only 2. Put everything back. There we go. And we can go ahead and put down our grass plots. And again, keep them in an area where they're enclosed so that animals don't escape. Let's put 1 down, and then 2. Now, when you put them down, grass will not be growing out of them. And this is where you are going to need a lot of water purifiers like this. I put 2 up here, but really I should have at least 3 or 4 to help maintain the actual plots. And if you hover over it, it says needs fresh water. Unlike the vegetables, the seagulls that fly around will not come and attack these. They do not attack the plots, which is very nice. If the seagulls were to attack these, it would be very difficult to maintain animals. So what you do is you go up, grab some fresh water like this, fill it in your water bottle, and you go up and press E to water the crops. And it takes a little while for them to actually grow. You can get a sprinkler system, but I've not had any luck with the sprinkler system. Plus it uses a lot of resources like batteries, and then you have to farm extra for the copper. And again, all of the animals have different purposes and different functions. Let's see if I can go back out and I'll catch another animal. Right, so there were no more other different kinds of animals at this island besides a llama. And I went ahead and killed the bird, I went ahead and killed the pig, and there are no other tameable creatures besides the llama. And this one has a really pretty pattern, so I'm going to go ahead and put this with my collection. And we got him. So let's go ahead and carry this little guy back to the base. And I still want to show you the other creatures because, again, all 3 of the different creatures that you can tame provide something for you. So let's go ahead and put this llama back, and then we can continue with our mission on getting the other animals. There we go. Drop the llama, and we're going to go ahead and rename as well, if we can. And I think it looks like a zebra, so we'll go ahead and name it Zebra. It's a really pretty llama. Alright, let's see if we can actually carry, or continue with catching some of the other animals. Right guys, so I'm at another new animal island, and I want to go ahead and tame the last creature that I do not have, which is a goat. And I know that the goats are exactly at the top of the mountain on this because I already went to the top just to see if it was here. And I'm going to show you again what the process is like with catching another animal. Now all of the animals actually move a bit differently. Like the llama hops, and so does the goat. But the chicken runs very fast and it's very small. And unfortunately I don't see a chicken on this island, so I cannot show you what it's like to tame one of those. But the process is the exact same. So I'm just making my way up to the top where I saw the goat. And again, it's a very good idea if you tame all three of the different kinds of creatures. Now you cannot tame a pig, and you cannot tame the big bird. You cannot tame the bear either, because those animals are hostile. And as you guys can see, I'm making my way up to the top. It's getting a little bit dark out. There's a llama. But I am looking for the goat. I already have 2 llamas. And there's the goat. So you can see how he moves a little bit differently. I'm gonna wait till he comes to me. And there's the goat. Alright, so I'm gonna pick him up. And I'm gonna carry him all the way back down to the raft. So we're gonna go down to the raft quickly. Try not to take any damage. Hug the wall if you're trying to go down a steep cliff. He's making cute little noises. There we go. No damage taken. If I would have fallen straight down, I would have taken damage. Alright, hop over. And we made it on top. We're going to take him to the very top, where the other animals are. We're going to put him down, stop carrying. Where'd he go? There he is. And we need to rename him. So pick him up to rename. And we're gonna call this one Nublets, because if you guys look over here, the chicken is actually Muspa. Just like that. And that is how you capture and tame your 3 different kinds of animals. Now, there's one last little thing that I'm going to show you guys before we end this. Let me just wait until morning so it's a little bit better in the lighting. So you tame the chicken so that you can get eggs. And if you guys look, I now have 2 eggs. Because the chicken actually lays eggs, and those are useful for recipes, as well as the healing salve that you can use to actually heal yourself when you're in battle with the bear, the shark, or the pig, any kind of creature that is hostile. So that's why you have the little chicken. Right, so I have shears on me, and let me show you real quick. In my inventory, if you go to tools, to shears right here, and it says cuts wool extremely well. It's made with 1 metal ingot, 1 hinge, and 2 scrap. And what you do with this is you go up to the llamas and hold left mouse button. And if you look, I had 1 wool added, and it's on my hotbar right now. If I go up to the other llama, which is a different color, doesn't matter. See, this one looks skinnier now, and this one looks fluffier and a little bit fatter. But watch this. Watch its body. 1 wool added, and the wool is a recipe that is added into your equipment, like leather helmet, leather body armor, leather greaves, as well as your backpack. So that's why we tame the llamas. The last creature that we need to talk about for their use is the goat over here. And if you look, the goat actually has udders. There's it eating right there. It puts its head down and then it eats. The goat actually has udders, so you can milk it. But what you need to do in order to milk it is you need to make a bucket for milking. So go into your inventory, and the bucket is over here in the food and water section. Right here's bucket, and it takes 3 planks of wood, 1 scrap, and 1 rope. So you go ahead and craft it. It's now in my hotbar, and you go up to it and you hold left mouse button down. And the reason why you have the bucket for milk is for recipes. So you can see I just milked the actual goat. And if I drink the milk myself, there is a timer on it. You cannot milk the goat immediately after, just like you cannot take shears to the llama immediately after you shear it. You have to wait a day in game. Alright guys, and that's going to do it for all of the animals in Raft, as far as it goes with taming. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time.